Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I have not been doing well, you guys. I know I look like I have a smile on my face, but trust me, the stress that I have been through, and that's the reason why we are here today. And also that's the reason why I took a break from YouTube, from content creation, to deal with the visa application. And that's the good news stroke a little bit of life update, you guys. I am moving to England. Drum rolls. I am super excited. The journey has not been easy at all, guys. Let me tell you something. You just see people flying and then you think that it has just been easy, or they just come here on YouTube and say, guys, I'm flying, I'm going to England, or I'm going to Canada, whichever country they are going, but they don't really tell you the process that they go through, because it's not easy. Oh my God, I have experienced it and I want to share with you guys this whole journey. Also because there is not a lot of videos from Kenyans about how to relocate. When I was trying to do my research, I came across a lot of videos from Nigerians, Ghanaians, and also Indians, but I know you guys will be happy to hear from a Kenyan, especially if you are a Kenyan, so that when I talk about marriage certificate, you know, okay, Sharia house, you know, Sharia house, so that you can be able to relate, you know. So let me grab my tablet because I have my notes written down so that we can proceed. I'm sorry if you see me looking down. I'll just be referring to my notes that I have written here because I do not want to forget anything. So I am going to start by telling you when I started my UK spouse visa journey and the steps that I took, what documents did I start with, and so on and so forth. This video is going to be very, very detailed. So if you're looking forward to apply for your UK visa, especially spouse visa, fiance visa, this video is for you, so stick around. So what did I do first? The first thing that I did is to get my English test. I did my English test first. Why? Because it expires after 2 years. So I knew that I still have time, so it was okay for me. There are documents that you can't get early, but for the English test, I would say just get it even 1 year before you start your process, because it expires after 2 years anyway. So yeah, this is my English test, and the English test that I did is IELTS A1. I don't know if you can see. Is the camera inverted? I'll find that out, but then I'll take a picture and put it right here so that you guys can be able to see, so that I can also blur out my details. Please guys, just be aware that there are so many English tests for different reasons, so make sure you are booking the correct English test. And the location is British Council, located at Upper Hill. I did this test 4th November 2021. So that was the beginning of my journey, November 2021. We are now towards the end of October 2022, just for reference. So the other thing that I did is my TB test. The TB test, you cannot just take it from anywhere. You have to go to IOM 7 something Crescent, something like that. That is the only place they accept the certificate from. You can't take it from any hospital, and also book it online. Where is it? Okay, it's here. So this is mine. I did mine on the 18th January 2022. Again, why? Because this one expires within 6 months. When you get it, you have to use it within 6 months. So I knew that it was safe for me to take it in January. I'll take a picture as well and put it here just in case you want to see. Okay, so these two very important documents, the TB test and the English test, how were they? I know you are interested to know the experience, so let me start with the English test. If you are Kenyan, my friend, I'm just going to tell you not to study for the English test. Just show up as you are, because the test is just, our English is good enough. The English test took about 30 minutes. So once I got in, it was like 30 minutes. Listening, speaking, and I think hearing. That's it. So you just go in like 2 people, and then you are told to talk to each other, ask each other questions, like have a conversation in English, and that's it. And for the TB test, I did not like my experience because I booked my TB test for 11 a.m. and then I went at 9. By 9 I was there at the TB center or the TB place, whatever you call it, clinic, whatever. I was there at 9, but I left at 5. Man, the process took so long from morning to evening. I normally don't take breakfast, so I hadn't eaten breakfast. The queue was so long, like we queued each and every step. There is a very long queue. Lunchtime came, I had nothing to eat. There is no cafeteria inside the center. I did not see any cafeteria there. I was starving, you guys. Before I went for my English test, I had booked to go and have a posh lunch at Village Market Heroes restaurant. But at 3, I said, let me just give it time, because I'm around Village Market. It's not far from Village Market, so I'll just go and have something really, really nice to treat myself. That was the plan. 3 came, I missed my lunch. I tried to change my reservation for 4. 4 o'clock came, I had not finished. 5 o'clock, I was starving. I was so done. And I was also very anxious because I had a conversation with some people who were there for the TB test as well, and they were told that they had TB. They were told that their chest was abnormal, so they had to go each and every day to do a sputum test. And that happens. If your results come out not looking good, you are told to go there every single day for a sputum test. So I was nervous, I was tired, I was hungry. But thank God my TB test came and the results were fine. I was so excited, you guys. So now that I have passed my English test and now I have my certificate, I've done my TB test, I have my certificate. What next? What next is now organizing all the other documents that I will be submitting. The supporting documents, they are called supporting documents, that are going to support me get my visa. That is like the financial documents, the relationship documents, etc., etc. The documents part is not easy as well. It's very hard. I'm an expert at this, but I still find it hard because there are different categories. So this is where it gets complicated, because your category is determined by the route you are using to meet the financial requirements. For example, if your sponsor is employed and is earning the same amount of salary every single month, note, keyword here is the same amount of money every single month, then you are in category A. If your sponsor is employed as well, and his salary or her salary is different every month, keyword here, different. You see, category A is the same salary every month, category B is different salary every month, so that you are now in category B. Now you know that you are in category B. If you are relying upon savings to meet your financial requirements, you will need to have 10 million in Kenya shillings, so you are now in a different category. If your sponsor is self-employed, you are now under a different category. So the self-employment category is the hardest category. I find it very hard. If your sponsor is self-employed, you are going to have some work to do here. But you also can find that your sponsor meets a couple of categories. Say you already have the savings of 10 million. And your sponsor is also employed and they also have a business. They are also self-employed. So what you do in this case, you choose the easiest category. So for me, I chose the easiest category for us, which was category A, where my sponsor, who is my husband, is employed and earns the same salary every single month. So that was the easiest category for us. And to make work easier for me, that is what I did. But do not worry if the paperwork is stressing you, if you don't know what to do with your application, you have absolutely no idea regarding spouse visas, I have good news for you. Allow me to take this opportunity to introduce to you the sponsors of this video. This video has been proudly sponsored by UK Visas Specialist Kenya. If you're having trouble with your visa, please go to Instagram. This is the handle right here. UK Visas Specialist Kenya. Talk to them. They are going to help you out. It doesn't matter where you are because they work online. We do work online. So your location does not matter. As long as you need a UK visa, we will be there for you. All right, let's move on. All right, now I know you are asking yourselves, which documents was I preparing for my visa application? So I'm just going to tell you the categories of the documents that I provided. I'll do another separate video to dive deep into the documents and also to tell you the amount. I want to tell you how much I spent on this visa application. I want it to, it's like a series, so keep following, yeah? So these are the categories of the documents I provided. I provided personal documents, which are things like birth certificate, ID copies. I provided host documents. Those are things like invitation letters. Proof of our relationship, I will cover all that because this is just the category that I'm mentioning. Proof of relationship, so just know there are subtitles there. Accommodation in the UK, that is the documents showing where I am going to be staying in the UK. Proof of employment, this is for my husband's document to show that we meet the financial requirement and who has employed him and stuff like that. Education sector, that is the English test that I was talking about. Medical certificate, that is the TB test that I was talking about. On 26th of April, I did my online application and I submitted it. The application is just asking so many personal questions about me, about my husband, about our relationship, etc., etc. So it's not very hard to fill, but you must be careful because there are some very important details that you need to pay attention to. So that was the 26th of April online application. 6th May, I booked my appointment and went for my biometrics at the TLS Center, TLS Contact 9 West building in Nairobi. That is the location. So now everything seems to be working well, right? English test done, TB test done, online application done, biometrics done, everything is okay. And I went home very happy. I was expecting the visa to be ready within 60 working days, 60 working days, because that is the timeline that the visas used to take before. But then we got really bad news on the 11th of May. Remember, I did my biometrics on the 6th of May. 11th May, I got an email saying that now the visa processing time has changed from 60 working days to 120 working days, which is 5 to 6 months. Would you believe it? Working days. We don't count holidays. We don't count Saturdays. We don't count Sundays. Working days. Guys, that is such a long time. Can you imagine 5 months, 6 months? If I knew about it earlier before I applied, it would have been maybe a little bit better because I would have been expecting it, but I was not expecting it to take this long. So that got me as a shock. I was shocked. I was frustrated because I was like, how am I supposed to wait for 6 months? The 2 months, the 60 working days that it used to take before was already so much for other people, and then the anxiety is what kills you because you don't know the results. So you are there for 120 working days thinking, oh my God, am I going to get my visa? Is it going to be rejected? It was torture. It was excruciating. The days were long. I was not eating properly. I was not sleeping properly. Sometimes I would just wake up and start crying. Nothing prepares you for this process, you guys. It is hard, especially now with the 5 to 6 months waiting timeline. It's so long. I don't know how I've overcome that, but my husband was helping me through. It got to a point where I even stopped creating content because I was depressed. I was under too much pressure, stress. My mind was occupied. And you never know with these UK visas. They can come tomorrow and tell you you've been denied. We've used a lot of money for this visa. And you guys know that when your visa is denied, you don't get that money back. The only money you can get back, IHS fee, that one you can get back. but the visa application fee, you can't get it back. So you can imagine the stress that I had. What if it came back as a negative? We've spent all this money, so all that money has drunk water. And also that means I don't get to travel to go and be with my husband. So you can't tell me that I was stressed for nothing. No way. So that email that I received on the 11th of May basically said that they are prioritizing the Ukrainian visas first because of the war that was there between Russia and Ukraine. So they were trying to save the Ukrainians. They were going to take refuge into different countries. So that's basically why our spouse visas and even visit visas, all visas started to delay, because the Ukrainian visas were going in large numbers. All right, the next communication that I got was 16 June. That was the ECO email. What is an ECO email? An ECO email is an entry clearance officer's email. The email is just like a generic email. It's just to confirm that they have received your application and they are processing your application. You will hear back from them. So after that ECO email on the 16th of June, everything went silent, dead silent, and that is why the stress was eating me so much. You are not hearing anything. You are not being told anything about your visa. Was I expecting the Home Office to contact me? No, because I was sure that I did a good job with my paperwork, so there was really no reason for them to contact me. They don't contact everybody, but they might want to contact you for different reasons. For example, when you went for scanning to scan your documents, there was a problem with the scanning, or maybe you forgot to put an important document that they want to see, so they might contact you for additional documents, or maybe the documents that you provided are not enough. They need more, like for example bank statements, pay slips, something like that. If you get a good officer, they will send you an email to request, but you shouldn't wait for the officer to request, because some of them will not. They'll just refuse you, and it will be a genuine refusal. If you forgot to submit something like your bank statement or TB test, that is a genuine refusal. You can't even appeal it, because if you appeal it, it's true, you did not provide it. So just make sure that your paperwork is okay. And another reason why you should provide everything is because the moment they ask you to provide other documents, your process now takes longer. It takes much longer than if you provided everything. They can find everything, they just go through your application quickly. But if they ask you, it takes much longer. So just make sure your paperwork is okay. There is another common email that they send you, which is, I don't really like this email. It says that your application is not straightforward, so it will take much longer. So what does this email mean? This email, if you ever get it, just don't panic. It means that they have received all your documents, but they need to do some search. Maybe something is not very clear. Maybe you've said you work at company A and they suspect that this company A does not exist. They need time to send somebody to that company to go and find out whether you work there. Maybe your pay slips they don't look legit. They will contact your employer. They might contact your landlord. So they need time to contact these people to make sure that, or even your passport, if they suspect that your passport is not original. If you ever receive that email that your application is not straightforward, just know that they are trying to find out more information about you or your documents, and everything will be okay. I did not receive any email, but my job, I'm very thorough. When I'm doing visas for myself or for other people, I'm very thorough. So I left no stone unturned. But still, even if you are sure you've done a good job, just check on your emails and check into your junk folder as well. Sometimes the emails go there and they're important emails. You cannot afford to miss them. So junk folder everywhere. Keep refreshing your emails to find out whether they've sent you an email requesting for anything. So now, because I did not hear anything from them, I was like, is everything okay? What's happening? I knew everything was okay, but I was still worried. I mean, it's like somebody has pressed a stop button to your life. You cannot do anything. I was unable to do things like there is a mug, a beautiful mug that I saw for tea, and I wanted to buy it, but I was like, why am I even buying it? I wanted to buy a hoover machine for my carpet, but I was like, why am I even buying things? I need it, but I can't buy it because I don't know whether I'm going, I don't know whether I'm staying. You know that situation. Am I going? Am I staying? That is where I was. And this is the most difficult part. If you are an organized person like me, I'm very organized. I like to plan my future. I like to plan few months ahead. What am I doing next month? What am I doing this? But I was in limbo. You can't do anything. You can't plan. I can't go anywhere because my passport was at the TLS contact. My husband is busy working, obviously, in the UK. So it puts a strain into your relationship because you have to depend on communication. You can go for the keep my passport if you want. There is an option for keep my passport. I did not go for that because we just wanted to finish with the visa so that I can start traveling again. So there was no need for me to go for keep my passport option. It also affects your mental health. You are unable to think properly. You wake up thinking about your visa. You sleep thinking about your visa. It also affects you not only mentally but physically as well, because like I told you, I was not eating properly. I did not want even to go out and mingle with people. I was stressed. And when you don't eat, what do you expect with your body? You know, I was depending on bread. I used to buy bread with milk, with juice. I don't even remember the last time I cooked properly in this house. I can't remember because I was like, what is food for? I have no appetite. I just want to sleep. And even the sleep is not coming. You're not sleeping well. You're not eating well. So, and then you tell me to do YouTube. Hey, the break was well needed. I needed the break. My mom and my sister were calling me to go home. I was like, no, I did not want to. My aunt invited me to her house for coffee. Thank you so much, Auntie Emily, for inviting me over for some coffee and just to have a good time. But I said no. I was like, I'm the kind of people who, when I'm stressed, I distance myself from other people. I feel even I don't want to go out. I don't want to meet my friends. I just want to lock myself indoors and just do my thing. Watch Netflix, browse, chat online. You guys saw me on Instagram and thought that everything is okay. My friends, I was not okay. I was not okay. Oh. And it also puts a strain on your finances. Everything regarding this visa is money, money, money. This is the most expensive visa we have in the world. There is no visa from any other country that costs as much as a UK spouse visa costs. I've never had. I have never had. And guys, I am so thankful to my husband because I don't think many men can spend all that money on a lady they just met somewhere in Africa and decide. My husband could have gone on so many holidays with this money, but he chose to get me a spouse visa so that we can put an end to our long distance relationship. So thank you so much, Mr. White. I love you. So fast forward to 14th October. That is 112 working days. You remember, guys, we are counting towards 120 days. So I am now at 112 days, 14th October, and I gave up. I had given up. I was like, no way. I need my visa. I want to go. I'm ready. I started packing months ago. So I called my husband. I tell my husband, hey babe, you know, I want to send a paid inquiry. Like, if you want, that's why I'm telling you guys, it puts a strain on your financial situation as well, because everything is finances. Everything needs money. You need money for everything. So this paid inquiry is paid. You have to pay. I paid for it to send an email to ask about the progress of your visa. You have to pay. And remember, you already paid for your visa, a lot of money. So I told my hubby I want to send a paid inquiry to find out the progress of my visa, because I feel like I've been stuck for so long. So my husband said, oh, let's just give them a couple of days. I disobeyed my husband. I sent the paid inquiry. I just said, hey, I'm just emailing to find out the progress of my visa application. I sent my GWF number, my birth date, my application date, my biometric date, my passport number, so that they can have everything to check. So I did send the email. The same day in the evening, I received a reply from the Visa Inquiries Center. They told me that a decision has been made. That's the only thing they tell you. A decision has been made, we cannot discuss further. So I was like, hang on, when was this decision made? I have not received anything. So it means that the decisions are made and then they are put somewhere so that they can start to be sent out. So I shared with my husband. I tell him that I sent an email, a decision has been made, and he started being nervous. So I told him we are now going to receive it anytime soon. After a decision is made, what next? You just wait for you to be told the results. That was Friday that I sent that paid inquiry, and I received a reply saying a decision has been made. On Saturday, I woke up feeling so bad, so frustrated, so tired with everything. I was done with everything. My husband called me to wish me a good day, like always, every day. I told him today I have gone from being patient to being angry. I feel so angry. I am a wife of a British citizen. We have paid so much money for this visa. What is wrong? They say they have made a decision. Where is the decision? I want to know. The anxiety is killing me. The weight is excruciating. I cannot move. I am like, I'm frozen. I'm in one place. I don't know what to do. I don't know where I belong. I don't know nothing. So I was ranting at my husband. My husband said, oh, I know it's a really bad time. Take heart. Let's just wait. After I ranted at my husband, 30 minutes later, I got an email from the Home Office that my visa has been accepted. I cried. Guys, I cried. I was shocked. So the time that I received that email was 11:29 a.m. 15th October, and that was on a Saturday, you guys. It was on Saturday, 15th October, 11:29. The best email I have ever received in my entire life. It said that my visa was successful. I did not even read the entire email. I only read, you know, that part that says your visa, your BRP card, your visa has been accepted. That is the only thing I saw. I cried. I did not even read the rest of it. I started to cry, and then I called my husband immediately. He did not pick. I sent him, he was working. I sent him messages on WhatsApp. I said, pick up, pick up, pick up. So many messages saying pick up, pick up, pick up to receive my call. And then he saw it and he called me. And I was crying, so he was shocked. He was like, what's the matter? What is it? We just spoke 30 minutes ago and you were fine. What happened within that duration of time, short duration of time? What happened? Why are you crying? So I was trying to tell him, our visa has been accepted, and I was crying, and he was confused. He was like, in the morning you were just ranting that you feel angry, you feel everything, and then now you are telling me the visa has been accepted, and then you are crying like it's supposed to be good news. I said, well, it's happy tears, I guess. Why are you so teary? You should be happy, he was asking. I said, I'm just shocked. I'm relieved. I am happy. So I don't know why I'm crying. I'm just crying because I feel like crying. My husband was also shocked. It was unbelievable because first, it's Saturday. My husband was telling me, are you sure that's not a scam? Are you sure it's not a scam? I said, it's not a scam. It's the truth. So I told him I will forward him the email. I forwarded the email to him. Yeah. And one thing that I'd like to mention is that right now they are sending people emails. You know, they never used to send you a decision on mail. They would just tell you your passport is ready for collection, and then you'd go to the TLS to find out after you have picked your passport. So I'd like to tell you guys that they have now started sending out emails, so expect an email which is very, very good. It's better so that when you go to the TLS, you know what to expect. Like right now, I'm sat here telling you this story, but guys, I haven't seen my passport. I haven't received my passport yet. I have received an email today that my passport is ready for pickup. And also, one thing you can take from my experience is that they can also email you a decision on Saturday. I know most of us did not expect this on Saturdays. When Friday passes, we are like, okay, Friday is gone, now let's wait for Monday. Guys, you can also get your decisions on Saturdays. Good news. And email. Wow, they are making things very efficient these days. And let me also mention that you don't have to wait for the whole 120 days. Actually, they don't even, if it takes 120 days and over, just know that your case is very complicated, so that's why it's taking long. For me, my decision came on Friday, was 112 working days. So Saturday, I can say, because Saturday is not a working day, so I can say I got it at 112 working days. But can I add the Saturday? I don't know. 112 was Friday, so I got it on 113, if that makes sense. But we normally don't count Saturdays. So let's say 112 working days is when I got my approval email. I thank God for this journey. It has not been easy, but we have done it. Me and my husband, and God has done it for us. Oh my God. I have no words. I have no words. I'm so happy. My mom's prayers has been answered. My whole family was praying for me, because it got to a point I could not even pray for myself. I was that weak. I did not want to do anything, including praying for myself. But that's where family comes in. They pray for you when you can't pray for yourself. So yeah, let's now head to the TLS Contact 9 West to go and pick my passport so that I can show you a little unboxing. Let's do a little unboxing of my visa. Oh my God, so excited. Let's go.